Zori here, excited to see you all again. Thank you for returning. Today's project is very exciting, quick DIY project for wall decor. Let's go over some materials. Glue gun, some hot glue sticks, some little wood chips, gold paint of your choice, some white paint, and the wooden pieces. I chose a $2.99 little piece here from the craft store. We're going to start by painting this piece white. Put some gloves on because then we are going to be doing the piece that's going to sit on top of that. The fleur de lis, I think it's called. Keep in mind, these wood pieces come in all different shapes and sizes, and you can personalize it to whatever you love. Even a monogram of your initials will be really great. The next piece is going to be the D. That happens to be the letter for my last name. You can choose whichever letter is best for you, either your first or your last. Great for newlyweds. Set everything else out to dry. Give it, say, a couple of hours just to make sure it's nice and dry. I went ahead and gave my white piece a second coat just because the wood grain was coming through and I personally did not want that showing. I'm also going to be painting the little wood chip that I showed you guys. That's what's going to give our fleur de lis that 3D effect. Next, we're going to move on to the frames. I happened to find frames that I had around the house and went to Hobby Lobby and got these 3 pieces of art. Play with them, see how you like them. These 3 happened to fit the 3 frames that I had. As you can see, I was not happy with my layout, so went ahead and switched that. Alright, moving on to spray paint. We are going to go ahead and spray paint our frame. Make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. Nobody wants to see spray paint dust all over the house, and it's not healthy for you. Today happened to be a nice day, and I was outside spray painting. Make sure you also keep shaking your spray paint. It just keeps the color really uniform and really beautiful. Alright, give them some time to dry. Next, while that dries, we're going to go ahead and assemble our fleur de lis 3D piece. Just going to take a piece of ribbon, tie a knot on one end, just to make sure it doesn't get away from us. You'll see in a minute what I mean by that. And make sure it's a nice and tight knot, and then we're going to do the second one. Cut that to size. You want to make sure it's about the same width of your piece of wood. Staple that in place. I happen to put the little wood chip that I had just to give me a little bit of give in the middle. You can use anything. A pencil would work. And staple that on each end. Make sure those are nice, stapled securely. Alright, remove our wood. As you can see, we have a hanging space now. I don't know what happened to the clip where I glued this on, but this is pretty much it. You just put some glue on one side with the hot glue gun. Be very careful, and do it the other side. Finally, let's start framing our art. As you can see, it's really easy, really simple. Just put it in. I spray painted this one gold. I wanted this one to match my decorations. Make sure the frames are really secure. I happened to get this art from Hobby Lobby, and they were like wrapped in some sort of like plastic. It made it look really glossy and really nice. I felt like it protected the picture a little bit better, and I happened to have one of the frames didn't have a glass, so it was perfect because it made it seem like it had an actual glass. And voila! See how pretty it looks? Okay, moving on to our smaller one. Now you'll see with this one, I had to take it out and remove the extra cardboard that I brought in the back, just because it was really thick and the back of my frame wasn't going back in. It's your frame. At the end of the day, feel free to do whatever you want. Just went ahead and secured mine with a little glue to make sure it didn't slip anywhere. Just put a dab in each corner and then just stuck it right side out on the actual matting. Yep. Pop that back into your frame. I wanted to personally take the little crusty piece of cardboard off. I didn't like that. And just as easy, we pop that one back in its frame. And voila. Now, this happened to be a dollar store frame and it was kind of falling apart at the seams. I just went ahead and secured it. And then this is the frame that didn't have a glass for me. So I left the plastic on. I want it to be nice and shiny. It gives it that little bit of sheen that I really like. I also, as you can see, taped down the little leg to hang it. How it's shiny as if it was a glass. This is the wall before. Since I was redecorating, I got an awesome cheap pillow cover from Hobby Lobby. I actually got it for 40% off and just recovered an old pillow that I had. And here's the big reveal. Quick, easy, very affordable way to decorate an empty wall. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, share, and like. See you next time. Recording. Make sure that I'm in the shot. The paint is the focus.